Hey, Gemini, welcome in. It's Laura from Tenacious Taurus Tarot and Astro Insights. We're going to talk about these energies in and around the Gemini collective. Keep in mind that this is timeless, although it's for the month of October. Whenever you're guided here, you're likely going to find a message in this reading for you. And so I always want to talk about what comes through in my meditative session, and then I like to jump in with the cards. I have a few cards already laid out on the table during the pre-shuffle, but you are in this major portal of the entrance. It was like you're walking through this beautiful doorway, Gemini, and you're coming into some type of inheritance. And I just feel it's like an inheritance of your gifts. It could be an inheritance of money. I'm not sure. But I was sitting in this energy of the Nine of Wands. And so I felt very strongly I'm connected to a wounded healer. So Gemini, please feel free to subscribe, like the video, comment on the video, share the video, especially if you're resonating with the message. It just helps the channel to grow. But I do feel you are facing a lot of doubts. You're facing a lot of doubts. You're facing a lot of unbending judgments from people around you that are likely being very unreasonable. So I don't know if you're being self-indulgent and undisciplined, or if you're connected to maybe a group of people that are undisciplined and self-indulgent, but I felt this underlying energy of weakness and of ill health and depression. And so underneath all of this weakness, I was shown somebody very bitter when it comes to some past emotional experiences. And so there might be pressures being put on you that are affecting your health. But I felt this stored energy, stored trauma is actually the source of all of this bitterness. So maybe you're needing to release some stored trauma when it comes to this inheritance that I felt. It was almost like dancing in the rain and raining money all around me. But I feel you need to be willing to look beyond appearances when it comes to a certain cycle that you're connected to. You really need to drop into the heart, Gemini. That was a very strong message. Drop into the heart, because I felt this very nervous energy around you. And so it's like you're in this investigation portal of what really needs to be healed, what really needs to be looked at. And they wanted me to ask you, where do you need to grow? Where do you need to grow, Gemini? And what needs to be repaired? What needs to be fixed? What needs to be repaired? And then I heard very loudly foundations. And so you think of foundations. Maybe you need to fix the foundation of your house. That's possible. You might need to rip up around the house and redo the foundation. But the foundation of our body, the foundation of our beliefs, the foundation of everything. And so I feel you're kind of awakening to some higher consciousness here. And so how do you actually see the world, Gemini? How do you actually see the world? Because compassion, freedom, and forgiveness are energies that I feel are kind of all around you when it comes to this healing light. I was shown the Ace of Cups. And then I was taken to the energy of Aquarius, which is all about the water bearer. Aquarius is an air sign, but it's all about the water bearer, Gemini. And I felt a very strong connection to Archangel Uriel. I haven't had that in a long time, channeling in my meditation. And I was also shown the Ace of Wands. And so it's like the fire of God is being activated within you, Gemini. It's almost like a Christ consciousness being activated in you, and you need to cut away the past. You need to cut away the past in order to reawaken to your eternal truth, because I think everything's about to come up aces, but there's truth that needs to be dealt with first. And I think this truth is kind of taking you to your knees when it comes to this Nine of Wands. And so you're kind of at the entrance of a new cycle. So let's talk about what came through in my pre-shuffle, because I do feel this healing light around you. The central energy is this mental clutter, and let's face it, we've got Jupiter retrograde in the sign of Gemini. It's not really comfortable in Jupiter. It's in its detriment, because naturally Sagittarius is connected to Jupiter. And so I think you need to really surround yourself in a lot of healing light right now, Gemini. There is a circumstance here that needs to melt away when it comes to re-triggering all of these unconscious, unwanted thought patterns, because you're definitely going through some type of soul awakening or higher consciousness awakening. So you are part of this massive global awakening that is taking place. and you are being asked to liberate yourself. And so I think you got a big choice coming up here, Gemini, when it comes to people that you're connected with that maybe pull you back into self-indulgent cycles, which really leads down the pathway of being undisciplined. And honestly, self-discipline is the highest form of self-love that we can embody. And so you're in the midst of a transformation, and I just feel like mental overload. It's like zing, 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 zing. All of these truths are kind of being presented and being downloaded, and it's creating like almost like this mental fog is what it feels like. And so retrograde energies are all about deep internal processing. And so I think you're in this internal state working with the archangels, the fire of God being activated within you, Gemini, and you're coming to this realization of all of these external factors that kind of need to leave your life so you can fully step into your higher purpose. So what really needs to fade away, because I do feel might be a relationship here. And so the relationship paradigm card is asking you what really speaks to your heart and soul, what really speaks to you when it comes to close relationships, because I think you've got a tower coming, or you've already gone through this tower, and this tower really is this awakening of this consciousness. And so I feel I'm talking to a Gemini here that is a very gifted healer. So whether you heal with your words, your thoughts, your touch, your actions, whatever it is, you are encouraged to explore energy healing work. You're encouraged to maybe explore journaling, automatic writing, scrying was another thing. And that's kind of how I get into these energies for you guys, is I meditate and then I scry on the messages that come through. But you're in a period of resting after some type of upheaval, because you are going through a heart expansion, a heart awakening. And so self-care is needed as you reconnect with your spirit guides, your angels. I feel Archangel Uriel, probably Archangel Gabriel would be another archangel that you would want to connect with as part of this heart awakening, Gemini. But I feel you are connected to your ancestors, and we are just days away from the new moon in Scorpio, Halloween, which is all about connecting to the other side of the veil. The veil is so thin right now, and I do feel this is leading you towards a higher love, a higher soul connection. So I do feel you're leaving behind short-term soul contracts, whether they're friends, family, lovers, in order to journey towards somebody that I feel is very important to you, that speaks very closely to your heart and relationships. And so bottom of the deck, karmic lessons. And look at that. But beyond the karmic lesson, we've got find your tribe. And so I do feel there is a group that you are connected with that has been depleting you, keeping you stuck, keeping you stagnant, keeping you in these self-indulgent behaviors, and you are at a major fork in the road. Get ready to pivot. Get ready to pivot. Get ready to develop your psychic intuitive gifts here. But there is a substantial decision here that needs to be made. And this might impact a lot of people that you're connected to. So let's go a little bit further with the Senses of the Soul Oracle deck. I was guided to grab this deck for you, Gemini. And let's see what other messages need to come through. I am willing to surrender to divine will. So I feel a Queen of Swords, which is air energy. That's your energy, Gemini. And I do feel a higher chakra, and there's that heart chakra, the 27 cards. So there's that Ace of Wands energy. And so you are abundant love. And so you will have everything that you need going into this next cycle, but you have to be willing to surrender to divine will. And you have to be willing to get honest about the foundations in your life in order to reawaken to this eternal truth. So let's get a few of these out, Gemini. Let's see what else needs to come through from my Gemini collective. We're going to take it. We're going to check on the bottom of the deck. There you are. You are a magical divine child. So you might be connecting to the fairy realm. But the three cards that peeked out that I was encouraged to pick up is the Buttercup card. And it's a heart chakra energy. It's connected to the Four of Wands. And it is telling you that you are free to be the light that you truly are. So I think you are a healing light for people here. So heart chakra energy, Four of Wands energy, which is all about the internal union with your spiritual source. We get a Reishi card out. It's a 46 card. So there is almost like a reunion. I feel a reunion here, Six of Cups energy, a reunion here as you learn to bridge the head and the heart. And so this really is about connecting with this deep inner truth. We get a 17 card connected to the solar plexus, and this is asking you to digest this truth. And I do think this truth is an emotional truth, Gemini, and you need to act on behalf of your own needs, your own wants, your own needs. It's a 17 card connected to Aquarian energy, connected to the star, and this magical divine child, I feel, is asking you to release any negative compulsions, to release any addictions, to release anything that's really kept you from your true soul's divinity, your true divine identity. So let's read into the book. I would like to read the Reishi card because I do feel some type of reunion going on here. I do feel a reunion energy. So let's go further with the Reishi card. It's connected to mushrooms, right? So I don't know. You might have been in the dark, I feel, right? So there's clarity. You need to quiet and still your thoughts. I do feel there's an inner knowing here about what it is that you need to do. And so something I think is coming full circle, the circle of life. And so you need to remember who your true soul family is. This is about going towards your true soul family, a true romantic partnership that will contribute to your soul's growth. And so something here is growing wildly out of proportion when it comes to a karmic condition, I feel. And so things are looking a little bit interesting. Maybe your reputation has been tainted, Gemini, but I do feel treatment. Maybe you need to go to a treatment center, a rehab center. That's very interesting. But something about the sixth chakra, the third eye chakra, you are connecting to the higher conscious mind for sure, for sure. And so there is maybe an experience of a surplus of negative thoughts, negative behaviors coming up to be addressed because you are being supported, right, to bridge the head and the heart. And so you're kind of working through fear because the heart is asking you to tune into what it is that you're passionate about, because your passion is always going to lead you to your purpose, and your heart is actually your intuition. And so you are being reminded of being mindful of these distractions that have been pulling you back from your calling or what it is that you're being called to do. And so what is true for you? It's time to get really serious about something here and really get honest about what's been getting in your way, because there is an old cycle of life that is completing, and there is a very important ending here that needs to reach full circle in order for you to go towards this rebirth and this new life. So let's read the Buttercup card, because that I feel is like a union of some sort, some type of union. And so you're kind of in this emotional healing portal with the heart energy. You're in this emotional healing portal, and this is really, the heart is where we tap into that magical divine child, and that childlike wonder is through the heart. And so there is a deep intuitive sense coming forward. I do feel a very divine energy being awakened within you, Gemini. And so if life has been feeling hard, or if you have been feeling trapped in an old story that you keep telling yourself because of pain, and maybe you're masking the pain through indulgent behaviors, it's really time to dissolve these old emotions. And so there is something being recalibrated, I feel, with your solar plexus, and all of these stored emotions are coming up to be released and dissolved so you can heal your pain. And when we discover how to heal our pain, then we need to step into the role of being that healer. And so I think you're coming into a new renewed hope, but you got to break up all of these emotional blockages, and you've got to digest this emotional truth. So solar plexus, heart chakra energy. Let's go a little bit further with the tarot, and I picked the Angel Wisdom Tarot for you today, Gemini. So let's get at it. Look at that. 3 of coins on the cut on the bottom of the deck, and we get a King of Swords in reversed, and there's that denial of that emotional truth. And so I do feel there is a very unemotional connection here. We could have somebody here that's not emotionally available because of these emotions that have not been digested yet. We got somebody here that I feel is not very well respected, And then this Three of Coins is saying, hey, do what it is that you love. The trumpet is saying, yoo-hoo, you're getting a wake-up call. There's an awakening call here is what it feels like. And so this is about rebuilding your reputation, right? I do feel that's kind of what's coming through here. So we're going to get 9 of these cards out, Gemini. We're going to see what needs to come through for you, what I want you to keep in mind. Tarot and oracle messages are all about guidance. It's all about nudging you in the right direction. I'm not here to tell you what to do. The cards aren't here to tell you what to do. They're just here to kind of open up your mind to a new possibility so you can start to create the life that you want. And so these two fell out. I'm going to set them aside because I do feel this is about connecting the head and the heart and taking action. And so there is a beautiful new emotional experience trying to come in here for you, Gemini. But there's a lack of awakening. So I don't know if you're resisting this awakening, but this is all about planning for the future. I do feel somebody has denied a truth about a past choice and they've been stuck in the heart chakra. So let's cut the deck and let's get 9 cards out. But I kind of place that on that peppermint card, which is asking you to readily digest these emotions and then take action on behalf of yourself. And that's exactly what this is, digesting blocked emotions. And the Three of Wands is about taking action on behalf of yourself. So let's get these 9 cards out and let's see what needs to come through. The Knight of Swords, the Six of Wands, and the Knight of Cups in reverse. And so this is all about head over heart. This is head in the heart, head in the heart. And so there is a disconnect between the head and the heart. And so there's going to be a revelation that's going to move you forward with great speed. There's victory here, but it's almost like you've been ignoring some type of red flag here, maybe connected to a loveless situation. We get the heart healing energy connected to the transformation card. We get this King of Cups in reversed as the central energy. We get the Two of Coins in reverse. So there is a realignment when it comes to a relationship here. There's great sadness here that has not been healed yet. There's great sadness here connected to the past. Somebody I feel has avoided this personal growth, maybe a water sign, maybe a Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio, but that King of Cups in reversed is saying, hey, I'm not trustworthy. I'm not honorable. I'm not devoted to anybody but myself. So we now have the King of Swords make an appearance in reversed. Now we have this King of Cups in reversed. And so I think somebody here really needs to heal a past misunderstanding, and they're walking a tightrope. They're walking a fine line. They've been juggling a lot of options. They've been hiding their emotions. We get the Eight of Cups in reverse now out. We get that King of Swords in reversed out again below the King of Cups. And so there's been a lack of bridging the head and the heart. That's exactly what that is. Head and the heart, head and the heart. So somebody is getting a tower here. Somebody is getting a tower. Somebody needs to go back to something that they moved on from. I also feel avoidance from moving on from a certain romantic partnership or a soul tribe that has been depleting somebody. And then the last card out is the Two of Cups in reverse. So there's a separation here that is activating a heart chakra opening. I do feel, you know, as oftentimes as we don't want to give up on people that we love, we do have to walk away sometimes, right? We get the Five of Swords in reverse, and I'm going to pull one more on that Two of Cups in reverse, and we get the renewal. And so there was an unwise choice here. Somebody made a bad judgment call, and they've been clinging to control, holding on to an unwise choice, holding on to a relationship where there's a lack of communication, there's a lack of love, there's a lack of trust. And I do feel it's due to a past heartbreak that's never been healed, that's never been dealt with. And so there's going to be some challenges here, is what it feels like, Gemini, because I think you might have built up a lot of financial stability in a cycle with somebody, but it's kind of time to go towards what it is that you really love. And so there's a new creative energy coming forward for you. That's what it feels like. I do feel a need to get grounded, a need to take a risk, because there's that Ace of Wands So it's like there's a fire being ignited in you. I don't know if you're this Queen of Coins, but the Queen of Coins is grounded. She's stable. She's sensible. She's got a lot to offer. She's rooted in reality, and she's ready to take a leap of faith when it comes to an amazing new opportunity here. So let's put her aside here because I'm not really sure what's going on. What I do want to clarify is this King of Cups in reversed. The King of Swords in reverse. So I feel a very strong masculine energy going through some type of an awakening here. So let's see what's going on here. We get the Knight of Wands in reversed. We get the Knight of Coins upright. And we get the Ace of Pentacles in reversed. There was a huge missed opportunity for good fortune, for a lucrative soul contract. I do feel this is the energy of requiring immediate action, immediate attention. Somebody here has denied their passion towards a relationship, and now they need to take action. They can't keep waiting for the perfect timing. This is about paying off some karmic debt. This is about rebalancing a situation where maybe somebody unexpectedly left somebody behind and they chose to run instead of facing these emotional challenges. But now there's a major review going on here. There's a review going on here. And I do feel somebody's definitely tainted their reputation here. Truths are coming to light. That's for sure. Truths are coming to light. Somebody here could have been overly reliant on other people's advice. But what is this person going back to? What are they going back to? Maybe it's this Queen of Coins. Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. Could be an Aries. They're going back to an ending. They're going back to a person that they released in the past. And I think they're going back to ask for a new beginning. And so they do need to release another situation, though, that I feel has been holding them back as part of this spiritual transformation. They could be going back to a Scorpio. We get the Page of Wands in reversed. We get the Nine of Cups in reversed. And we get the Empress in reverse. They're going back to their wish fulfillment. Somebody that they didn't value the first time around is what I feel here. And so there's also an ending with a loveless situation that's not wish fulfillment. And so this is all about taking action. This is all about taking action. They're going back to somebody that they didn't recognize their worth. They could be going back to a counterpart situation where they didn't nurture it. They didn't grow it. It was a huge missed opportunity for wish fulfillment. But ultimately, there's something here being rebirthed is what it feels like. There's a rebirth here, and there's a need to release drama. There's a need to release a conflict. There's a need, I feel, to release the conflict between the head and the heart. And there's a need to reach some type of compromise here. And so the Temperance card is saying self-control and patience will serve somebody well. But there is a blending. There is going to be a successful compromise, and there is going to be somebody going back to a lover that they separated from in order to bring a situation into balance. The Justice card, the Lovers. So we get Gemini, we get Sagittarius, we get Libra, and below that we get a Four of Wands. And so there is a lot to celebrate here. I do feel the possibility for twin flame union, twin flame connection, coming into peace, coming into contentment, coming into alignment. But there is a need to recover from some type of tower is what it feels like, Gemini. There is a need to maintain self-control. Maybe you've tried to see all sides of the situation, but ultimately there's a breaking away from some type of an illusion of entrapment here. So let's clarify the Three of Wands and the Ace of Cups in reverse, because I feel somebody has been really patient, and now this is about taking pride in their actions. We got the Hermit reversed. We get the Four of Swords, and we get the Emperor. Well, there you have it. We've got a divine masculine here about to boss up, about to take charge, about to increase their success, and they're about to come out of hiding. That's what it feels like. They're coming out of hiding. They want to heal a situation. They've been receiving insights. They've been resting after some type of tower or awakening, and they just want to bring peaceful resolution to a situation. And so I do feel we've got a divine masculine here that has gone through a period of self-discovery, healing, receiving insights, and now they're taking charge and they're bossing up and they're coming in with the light of truth is what it feels like. So yeah, no more confusion, no more illusion, stepping into some type of motivational leadership role. And so we've got somebody here getting ready to speak up is what it feels like. So What are we going to do for a closing message here? I feel fire. I feel Aries, Virgo, Libra. Pretty much got everybody here. But let's get a crystal stone deck message and let's see what the medicine is when it comes to this energy. Recharge and break through the blocks. And so I do feel a very warm, honest conversation coming. Somebody is gearing up for a long, deep conversation with somebody, and they're showing me the Sun card. So Vanity Knight is saying somebody here really is getting ready to live in the moment. They've been lacking self-discipline, but they're getting ready to take charge. So what's the closing message for Gemini? What's the crystal medicine for Gemini? I just feel they're making a choice. They're all done procrastinating. And we get citrine, which is all about manifesting your masterpiece. We get hiddenite, which is bringing everything hidden to light. I do feel there's a bad romance here. We've got a bad tripper here that has been holding somebody back, keeping them stuck in the past. But this isn't going to stop somebody from claiming their happy place because the lights are turning on. With Dambarite, we get honey calcite. I do feel this is a breakthrough. There's developing insight here. Somebody's coming knocking on the door, maybe even kicking in the door because they're all done waiting their turn. They want their turn. We get meteorite connecting to your star stuff. And so there is a distance here, and somebody is finally opening their eyes to this spiritual energy, this spiritual connection, and they want to get aligned. I feel with this Queen of Coins. Turquoise is all about speaking that truth. So somebody, I feel, has been disconnected from the things that make them feel human. They've been disconnected from their truth. Maybe there's been a blocking situation here, but somebody is coming in as a great protector. They've got something to express, and they're breaking through their blocks after they find their center. We get aragonite and vanadinite. And so somebody has been feeling way out of alignment. They're going through a major reset, and they are coming in because they've peered into the future. And I think maybe they've missed the signs, but they can't miss the signs anymore. And so that's kind of what I got. Somebody's about to get a grip on a toxic situation, and they're taking charge. They're breaking free from addictions because they desire to move forward with a soul connection. So there's a pivot point, and that's what I got, Gemini. I hope this helped. I hope this resonated. If you'd like to go further with a personal reading, check it out down below. Also, I'm now offering private one-on-one astrology mentorship. If that interests you, check out the mentorship program down below. The link will be below. And I'd like to quickly mention, if you'd like to join the membership side of the channel, head on over there for less than the cost of a cup of coffee per month. You can join me every Thursday live at noon Eastern Standard Time, where I dig into all 12 zodiac signs. So I hope you found this message helped, and I do look forward to seeing you all again next time. Thanks, Gemini.